What's going on, YouTube family? We are back with another video, and as you can see, I'm back with another one for my Bleach fans. So we just had to make sure that we are getting our minds wrapped around the idea that we are about to have the Bleach anime back in business. Not only that, but there's also a video game in the work from what I'm hearing. So I'm actually very, very interested to hear about there being a console game other than the Bleach Brave Souls game that I have played off and on for the last several years, however long it's been. I think they're actually about to celebrate 7 years this coming July. So again, in regards to that, I wanted to go ahead and make another list of my favorite captains in the world of Bleach, and that's talking about past, present, and in the future of the Blood War that we're going to see. So before we get into it, of course, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that post notification bell so you get the content as soon as I drop it, and of course hit that like button because you know that helps the channel to grow. So let's go ahead and get into this wonderful list that I'm about to create for you guys, and let's see what's popping. Here you see we're on the tier maker list joint. So let's see what we got going on. I kind of was over here organizing stuff a little bit to make it a little bit quicker. So as you can see, we have all the captains throughout the time gaps and whatnot. Let's go ahead and start in order for all of the Squad 1 captains, starting with Man Yamamoto. We, of course, got to put Head Captain Yamamoto at the very top because, of course, he was able to stay in power for over 1,000 years. Can't really say too much to the opposite of that. Plus, he was broken. The only thing that was really wrong with Yamamoto was the fact that he was too stubborn to get his arm fixed from when he blasted it off when he was trying to fight Aizen. So that was stupid on his part. Then, as I told you at the beginning of the video, spoiler alert, Yamamoto pays for it and ends up. So Head Captain Yamamoto ends up biting the big one, and he leaves a will, leaving Shunsui as his replacement for Head Captain. And of course, we already know that that the new Head Captain, Shunsui Kuryaku, is one of my favorite captains of all time because he's just a smooth cat. He's cool as a fan, man. Cool is the other side of the pillow, and he just got a really dope skill set. We get a chance to see his Bankai in the 1,000-Year Blood War. I can't wait to see that animated because that should be absolutely positively amazing. Interesting fight where he gets to show that off. I'm not going to go into that much kind of a spoiler, but just know that you're in for a treat whenever we see that because it's going to have quite a bit of really good information there. Soy Phone, garbage. I didn't like anything about Soy Phone's character. I don't even need to scroll up to say no more about her. There was nothing that was good about her whatsoever to me because she was always putting her squad down. She didn't really seem like she only really seemed like she cared about herself, except for when Yoroichi was around, which was really terrible. And I feel sorry for her squad. Even though Mauricio Omaida, who is her lieutenant, is an idiot, and he does seem very useless most of the time, you should be more encouraging of him so he won't be an idiot. I mean, that's what leadership is for. But hey, that's not me. But yeah, she is the worst captain that I can think of. Absolute worst. The only good thing I would say about her is the fact that she's so small allows her to be super fast so she can get stuff done. And also her size is perfect for her being the head of the punishment force because stealth, silence, makes sense. But other than that, and her Bankai is garbage. check in. Who was the? Oh yeah, I was about to say who in the world was the squad leader before her? But then we have Yoroichi, and of course she's S tier. We're not even going. Who? What other level does she deserve? Like you can't put Yoroichi on any other level. Like just look at her. Like if you see her in action, she's just hands down a beast. Like, and she never even uses her Zanpakuto. So come on, from the lore, she's actually stronger with her Zanpakuto than she is with it. If that tells you anything, crazy, huh? So it's also rumored that she kind of lost it, but as responsible as she is, even though she's really flirtatious and her and Kisuke seem like they got a thing going on, I think she's too responsible to have lost her Zanpakuto. I don't really think that's the case. Moving on, we're going to go ahead to Squad 3. Gin Ichimaru, though he was a captain for a very short amount of time, I was a big fan of Gin. We don't really get a lot of character development, which is sad. I really wish we could have seen him more, and I hate the way he got taken out of the story. I really do. And I also hate that the way he was written, he stuck by Aiza for so long, and then it took him that long to figure out what he figured out, and for him to act on it. So I'm like, Gin, I love you, man. You were a dope character. You had an insanely dope character vibe, but it is what it is, man. So we're gonna go ahead to Squad 4, who was actually originally the Squad 11 captain, but hey, when she first started as a captain, she was captain of Squad 11. You will come to find out she was one of the first Kenpachis. Well, she was the first Kenpachi, and she was the most ruthless person in the whole entire Gote 13 at the time. So much that's why she learned medicine, so she could heal people during battle, so that she can keep the party going. Like another Kenpachi we happen to know. Always them Kenpachi, they like keeping the party going, boy. They don't want to end the fight. They want to make that joint last forever if they could, boy. I'm telling you, she's a really dope character, man. I love the sweet, innocent vibe that she has at first, through a majority of the series, of course, and then I still love the cutthroat demon vibe that she gives off. She looked like a demon right here in this picture too, man. But something about that is just amazing. And then, of course, her replacement, Isane. I love me some Isane. But we don't really get to see her really as a captain because, of course, by the time she's actually given the captain role, it's at the end of the series. So we don't really see what she can do as a captain, but based on how good of a lieutenant she is, I'll at least give her a B. Because she's pretty dope. She's really good with Kido and everything else. She's not much of a fighter, I'll say that. But she's dope. She's a dope character design, and she's got a really good at Kido. I'm a really big fan of Kido. If I could learn Kido in real life, that would be absolutely positively amazing. I would do it hands down. Squad 5, the original, and then he returns later on after the defeat of Aizen, is Shinji. Squad 5, the original. I don't really like him as a captain. I like him as a character in general, but I don't like him as a captain. Like he's got a really laid back vibe. He's really cool. He tries to be modern when they do the time pendulum turn back joint, because he's listening to some music from the world of the living, and I was just like, what in the world is this that you're listening to? Are you crazy? What is this? And he's like, man, chill out. This is music from the world of the living. I thought it was pretty good, so I wanted to bring some back. So, I mean, he's got a really cool character vibe, and, you know, even after he becomes a visor, like, he got some swagger. Them suits he was wearing, boy, don't play. This man was showing out. In fact, look at this picture of him right here. This picture, bruh, come on, man. Shinji was dressed to kill. I think that right there is the reason why I like Shinji so much. But as far as him being the captain and his skill, it wasn't all that great to me. Now his Zanpakuto ability was actually really dope, where it could actually reverse your senses, kind of like a watered down Kyokyo Serigetsu. But him using that against anybody else, that would be like hands down crazy. He'd beat you hands down. You tried to think that you were too good, and you were actually effective for a while too. I'll give you that. But Kyokyo Serigetsu was just too beast mode for you, and you got too comfortable. You did that thing where you talked about your power too much, and then you let the genius of Aizen realize what you were doing and what you were saying, and then he just turned it against you. So that, anyway, so then we go to, speaking of the devil, we go to Aizen, Sosuke Aizen. Oh, what the freak is he? Where did I put him? Sosuke Aizen. I mean, we don't really see him as a captain, but he does show leadership. That he is one of the few people who do show leadership because, I mean, he keeps all of his spot in line. I mean, like, so, then of course, he's like the dopest villain of all time almost in anime. Just being real. He's on everybody's top 10. Prove me wrong otherwise. Please. Like first off, you infiltrated the whole entire Gote 13 for hundreds of years. Played your part, manipulated everybody, used your ability to brainwash people. Even knew exactly about everything about the main character, the main protagonist, and kind of shaped his life to the way you wanted it to turn out, which is interesting in itself. But of course, he wouldn't even been able to do nothing like that if it hadn't been for the fact that he ended up scrapping with his mom and dad way back in the day. So you kind of gained a little plot armor by facing off against his pops and his moms before he was even born. So then, all right, we'll go ahead and go to Squad 6 with the realest dude in the whole game, Byakuya Kuchiki. What in the world is... Oh, there he is. He was at the top, and I almost missed him. By the way, I think I'm actually going to move Gin down to A. I feel it. I feel like I should put you down to A. I'm sorry, bro, but after as I was kind of going through my thought process, you kind of got pushed down, bro. So, no disrespect, but if you would have got better character development, I would have left you at S, but the character development that you got kind of messed you up, and the way you got taken out. So I hate it, but I gotta put you on A. This is all my opinion. If you have a different opinion, put it down in the comment section below. Tell me why. Tell me what you think. Hey, we can keep the discussion going on down there. But on my books, Gin is A, only because of the way he got taken out and the fact that he took too long. But Byakuya, he got some plot armor in the manga, in the 1,000-Year Blood War. Definitely, with the beating he took, there should be no more Byakuya. Let's be real. But again, he got a little fan favorite plot armor. You got the sickest. You got one of the sickest bankais in all of Bleach. Like, there's not really much you can do to elude a million blades. So that's kind of crazy. But alright, going forward, considering he's like the only person that was a captain before him was his grandfather, and I'm sorry, I'm not even gonna waste my time looking for him because we saw absolutely positively nothing of him. We saw him maybe 3 times in the whole entire series, so I'm not even gonna waste my time looking for him. Squad 7. Squad 7 was this guy right here, Sajin Kamamura. I didn't like your character. Every time we see you, every time I come in the kitchen. No, but every time we see you, bruh, you're pretty much screaming, Kaname! 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 Dude, like, that's pretty much the only thing we see you do in the whole entire series. It's frustrating. It's annoying. and you got this giant Bankai that's just clunky, and any abuse that it takes, you take. That is garbage. That ability is absolutely positively garbage, and I don't know why anyone would really want that. Like if it was quick, but no, I don't see no way that anyone could justify that being a good Bankai. That joint is so freaking annoying. And even though you give it a little bit of a change up in the manga, in the Blood War arc, it's not really all that great. I mean, the appearance is pretty dope. It's kind of interesting, but I mean, I don't really. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. But your replacement, Tetsuzaimon Iba, that dude, I'm gonna put him in A. Because first off, this dude got one of the coolest vibes about him in the show, bro. Like every time he comes on, you guaranteed to get a laugh. But the very first time when you see this dude come on camera, he does this power slide. And I'm gonna put an insert right here. But this dude does a power slide. Oh my god! Let's just look at it. So, you are guaranteed to get a laugh out of this character every single time he comes on camera. His interactions are comedy gold, bruh. And he's not even trying to be funny in most cases. All right, I'm not gonna put him on A, but still, because we don't get a chance to see him do anything, and he doesn't actually even become a captain until the very, very end. So we don't really get a chance to see him do anything special. So there's that too. As far as Squad 8 is concerned, the Squad 8 captain, Lisa Yodomaru, I think she's kind of garbage. Nothing about Lisa Yodomaru strikes me as cool. In fact, she's down there with. She's slightly better than Soifon. Nothing cool about her whatsoever, except for the fact that she has the bow staff. I'm a big fan of the bow staff. Goes back to my Ninja Turtle days when I was a kid. That's about the only thing that I can really say. So Squad 9, of course, was chosen. Speaking of Carter, there he is. You were butt cheeks too, man. I'm sorry. I hate to say that about one of the only two black people on the whole entire series, but bruh, your Bankai specifically, Suzumushi. I'm not even gonna try to say the Bankai version of it, but Suzumushi, bruh, that ability is actually super dope. But you got to fool yourself, and of all people in the world, you were fighting against Kenpachi Zaraki, the demon, as you called him, which is 100% correct about who he is. But dadgummit, man, what was you thinking? Getting overconfident, fighting against the dude that you call a demon, and getting overconfident. And then on top of it, when you do come back with a different power-up during the Fate Karakura arc, you turn into this absolutely positively disgusting Baxter the Stockman type of freaking character where you just a giant fly. And then on top of it, you didn't do nothing really. I mean, you had that one moment where you sliced off Grimshaw's arm and then burned that joint. The OG captain of Squad 10, from what we was able to see, Ishin Shiba is what his name was back then. We later know as Ishin Kurosaki. But dude, like, I really wish we'd have got more character development from you, and we'd have actually got a chance to see you in a real fight, because the fact that you did a flick and you push Aizen in that crystallis state way back like that, there's something to that. I would love to have seen Kubo expand upon that. I'm so upset that we didn't get a chance to see some more of whatever the freak that was. But it is what it is. We're still not going to get any character development from you. You're not going to get a chance to really see you fight. Again, I can't help but want to put you on A based on what we do get from you. Because, I mean, when you first introduced, you actually come in a pretty dope way. And you take down Graham Fisher like he's nothing. And then you also kind of teach him a lesson, as well as, like, educate us about the size of the size of the Zanpakuto is based off of the spiritual energy level of the Soul Reaper carrying it. So, and them having to learn how to control that level so that they don't go around carrying around skyscrapers because their spiritual energy level is so daggum large. So that was pretty dope. The way you came into that fight was an insane like reveal. Even though you kind of hinted at it way too many times, at least for me. I don't know about anybody else, but A, and that's exactly where I'm going to leave you at A. So then we go to the. Oh, hold on a second. I forgot about Kensei, who replaced Tozen when, of course, they get back into the Soul Society. So Kensei is one of my favorite captains. He doesn't get the screen time he deserves in my book. I feel like he is a dope character. His Bankai actually turns into a set of kind of brass knuckles, but they have blades on the end. First off, you got to be a melee. You got to be a down freaking gritty fighter to have such a Bankai. I think that might be part of why I like him. The design of his Bankai is freaking dope. I feel like you deserve more character development, but that we did not get. You do get a little bit in the Blood War arc, but it's still not really enough. Because if I'm not mistaken, you get one-shotted. I have to look that back up, but I think you get beat. Not one-shotted, but I think you get off-screened. I'll give you A for your revelation, for your epiphany that you come across in the Blood War arc. I'll give you an A because your epiphany, your evolved Bankai that you come out with is actually super dope. I give you that. But you as a character was so annoying to me. I don't get what the hype was about. For you to always be so high on like character population polls, popularity polls. I said population, but like yeah, you were really hardworking. Yeah, you kept your nose to the ground, and you actually did have a couple of times where you succeeded in fighting people, but your attitude was a real downer for me. Like, I didn't like your personality. Your personality was awful, god awful, garbage. Then, of course, we get to my absolute favorite, my boy, Kenpachi Zaraki. I'll put you right here by your predecessor, the OG Kenpachi. My boy gets quite a bit of character development and quite the boost in the Blood War arc, and I can't wait to see that joint animated. But it is a shame that his development stops at an awkward place where it started getting rushed, and it's really upsetting because I would love to know so much more about like him training to like control his power up. Because like his power up all pretty much comes really quick, and like he barely even understands what's going on. It's that crazy. But I'm really hoping that he gets more character development and the additions that they're going to add to the Blood War arc in animation. I'm not going to add Hikifune because of the fact that we never actually get to see her as a captain. But big reveal, not really so much, because it does actually say in the Turn Back the Pendulum arc that she was the captain of Squad 12 before Kisuke was, so that's not really that big of a surprise. But again, we don't see her as a captain, so I'm not putting her up there. So who we will put up there is my boy Kisuke Urahara, which of course we gotta put that dude in the S tier because man, that dude is the epitome of dope character. Like me, I'm very big on intelligence, so how smart he is and how quick he is on the fly to come up with a way to counter anything, pretty much genius level intelligence, beyond genius, in fact. Plus, he's got he's hilarious. Of course, I am big on being funny, so yo, bro, my boy Kisuke always throwing the zingers, always having a good time, and always able to throw in a couple jokes, even in a serious time, without them being distasteful. Kisuke Urahara is my boy, like hands down. Time for second favorite captain. Time for second favorite captain. Then, of course, his replacement is the boy Mariuri Karatsuchi. I gotta give him S tier. I gotta give him S tier because one, like I said, I really value intelligence, and Mayuri is super intelligent, and the fact that he likes to tinker with stuff, I like to tinker with stuff. I found it very interesting that he was able to modify pretty much everything about himself, from his own body to his bankai and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, man, what in the world can you not adjust? He's not quite as intelligent as Kisuke, as he is made painfully aware on numerous occasions, and makes him super hot. He be getting mad. He be getting mad, boy. Don't tell him that to his face, because he will get so mad. This speech that he gives Xyolopero Grans about being about perfection, bruh, he should have won. If there was an Academy Award for speeches that was given to anime characters, he would definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, get one from me. Because that speech, Mayuri, that speech was absolutely amazing. I have contemplated, anytime I think about you, I think about that speech. That speech is amazing, bruh. Top tier. Then we go to Squad 13, and I'm a little disappointed by. Actually, no, I take that back. Now that they have come out with Chapter 687, they've given more opportunity for character development for my boy Jashiro Ukitake. Jashiro Ukitake is going to be absolutely positively amazing, and I don't know what they're going to do with his character with this new Hell arc that's coming out, but I'm really hoping they continue it, and I'm really hoping that they expound upon what happened with the captains that are supposedly now in Hell because of the ritual and all that kind of stuff. So, huge spoiler right there. But again, like I said, spoiler warning was at the beginning of the video, so if you didn't heed it, that's your fault. And I have forgotten to throw Rose in here, who was the successor of Squad 3 from Gin Ichimaru, and you're a dud too in my book. You're an absolute dud. Nothing about you excites me. Like, even Love Aikawa, even Love makes fun of you and says you're stupid. Rose proved absolutely positively no enthusiasm for me. I like, even the mere mention of his name makes me annoyed, because look at this smug look on his face. I mean, your Bankai that you release in the 1,000-Year Blood War arc is kind of cool, but nothing about you impresses me. And so you're not as bad as Soy Phone to be in the last column, in the last row. We go ahead and finish off with the final captain of the whole entire series, and that is Rukia. We gotta go ahead and put some respect on your name, because I'm gonna give you the S tier for the simple fact that we get a chance to see your Bankai, even though that it gives you a little bit of a risk of killing yourself. I'm assuming through some character development that you learn to use it better and it doesn't become as much of a risk for you to use it. But I mean, considering what you mean to the story, we can't put you on any other tier other than the S tier. You are one of the main characters of the whole show, and you are a true testament to what it means to be a loyal friend and whatnot. So, gotta put you in there in the S tier. If it hadn't been for, like, you know, all that, you would definitely slid you back down to the A tier, because your ability, you didn't perform to the level that if I had your ability, I would have used your power way different, and probably would have been probably would have been a menace with that joint. But so that essentially leads off with the end of our video. I'm just gonna put my boy Ichigo up here because at the end of the show, he's essentially he's captain level from the very first arc in the whole entire show. So considering he's just only a substitute Soul Reaper, he doesn't get a chance to become. He doesn't live in the Soul Society, so he can't officially become a captain. But that's really the only thing that's stopping him from being a captain. So, yeah, like I said, that's going to conclude this video. If y'all feel like y'all have different opinions, definitely talk about them in the comment section below. I'd like to hear y'all's comments, y'all's feedback. Tell me what y'all think. If there's somebody you would change to a different tier, up or down, left or right, you know, sideways. But let me know. Tell me what's up. But I'll catch y'all in the next video. I love y'all. Peace.